Hello my friends and welcome to today's tarot reading. This is a general daily reading for all signs, but the sign that you're here probably means that there is a special message for you, so thank you so much for joining me today. So today is the 5th of April 2023. It is a Wednesday, the day of Mercury, that rhymed, the day of Vishuddha chakra, the throat chakra, the day of communication, the day of Mercury. And today we have Mercury in Taurus sextiling Saturn in Pisces, which means that it's an excellent aspect to bring to earth what before was only an illusion or a fantasy. Wow, that's really nice. You know, something that you thought of initially, something that you thought, oh wow, like this was just something that I thought. I can actually bring it into reality. That's really cool, right? So, absolutely brilliant. It will help you to kind of, there's an exercise that I used to do with clients, or that I also learned in my NLP training. And that was when it was called the Disney exercise. So it's basically understanding the person who is the creator of your dreams, so the dreamer, the planner, and the critic. And you had these three kind of personalities that created essentially this thing, created whatever it was that you wanted to happen. And you needed each of them to be available. Now, what happened was that what you would do is that you would have, you know, the dreamer, who was the one who just kind of went off the chart. So the very Piscean, that would be the Piscean element. Then you have the planner, who is probably the Mercury and a little bit of the Taurian as well, which is the ability to make it come into fruition. But then you've got the critic, who's the Saturn. So what it is that you need this kind of like really good amalgamation where basically the critic, or Saturn, never comes into contact with the dreamer. They never come together. And then the critic will only look at the plan and only criticize the plan, but will never be allowed to come to the critic to get in touch with the dreamer, because if the critic gets in touch with the dreamer, then the dreamer could be destroyed. So that's the kind of dynamic that I just had in my head with that aspect. So it's almost it's really interesting. Think of ways to further realize and manifest the reality you so desperately desire. So that's what it's called, like the Disney. I think it is Disney. I'm not too sure, but it's like, because it was very similar to, I think, a method that Walt Disney himself used. So you have three aspects of this idea or plan that you want to put into manifestation. You have the dreamer, who's the one who actually dreams, you know, and is allowed to kind of really go for it in terms of what they imagine an idea to be. It could be anything. It could be an idea, business, whatever it is. You know, you could have a dream that you want to own a cupcake shop that only does like fairy tale characters, you know, and only specializes in fairy tale cupcakes, not even like big cakes, but fairy tale cupcakes. So, you know, getting really specific like that. And then all of the kind of like detail, and then you could just kind of like go off the cuff and like imagine that. Then what you do is the dreamer and the planner get together, and then they're like, right, okay, how is this going to happen? How could this work out? And then there's a plan that's formulated. Then the dreamer goes away, and that aspect of it goes away, and it's only the plan that you look at, not the actual idea, not the dream. You look at only the plan of how you want to execute that dream, and that is the only thing that gets criticized. So then you can work on that and negotiate, you know, the plan. Then the critic goes away, and then the planner gets back together with the dreamer, and then you kind of negotiate how you can make things work. And then that's how you work within that strategy, but making sure that there's not any communication between the critic and the dreamer, because otherwise the critic will destroy the dreamer. No doubt about that. So, interesting day. It's a good day to implement something like that. I hope you found that useful though, my friends. Let's see what good 5 minutes there I chatted about that plan. I hope it was useful. I'm reading with the Cosmovisions Tarot today, and let's see. So we've got the Romantic, we've got the Shore, the Five of Lotuses, the Ace of Embers, which is reversed, the Commander, the reversed, the Elementalist, the Nine of, wow, okay, right. So it seems like the critic has just run over all of this. Wow, and the Two of Birds. Okay, right. So, yeah, the critic has decided to come in and make their stamp very clear on this reading, I'm afraid. But the only reason why that critic is there is because of a misalignment or a misplacement of energy that has happened with this Commander reversed. Commander reversed is the King of Pentacles reversed. The Ace of Embers is the Ace of Wands reversed. And then the Nine of Lotuses is the Nine of Cups reversed. So we've got, two cards which I would say about, dreams and realizations. Those have they're reversed. And then you've got the Five of Lotuses, which is the Five of Cups, which is disappointment. So I think what this particular reading is saying is that it was you may have put your faith into something or someone that seemed that they had like everything going for them, but actually it was your own idealization of that person that caused the disappointment. The elementalist is the King of Swords. So that's, just being really clear. Also, I would say that maybe there was a possibility that you did get involved with this elementalist, and then he's kind of, it doesn't have to be a he, it could be a she, but whatever this energy is has actually told you the reality of this. And the Romantic has kind of got swept up with this because the Shore is the Tower. So, I don't know, it feels like somebody's gone along with a plan, been really kind of like romanticized by this plan, and then realized that they've actually, it's almost like you've invested your money in something that really hasn't paid off. And you kind of invested in it in good faith. And this person's probably just run off with all the money, or just like kind of gambled it all away. That's what I see. Interesting. Really interesting. And we've got the Moon. So the Moon in the respect to the emotions. So, I mean, for me, there's a lesson here, right? In the respect of what I just said with that exercise, I love how the colours like all match as well, which is really interesting. Can you see if I put that there? Yeah, you can see that. So, we've got some really nice kind of ideas here. We've got the Romantic. The Romantic to me is the actual like plan. It's not the plan, it's the dream. Is the dream. The Elementalist. The Elementalist is the critic. And the rest of these are like kind of like the kind of implementation of the plan. So, and it's interesting how we've got these two upright, and we've also got the Tower upright, which is, for me, I prefer the Tower upright than reversed. So I'd rather it all falls down and you start again, rather than, sometimes it's good to rebuild from what's, and you're not losing everything, but like, I don't know, sometimes you just need to get rid of everything. Otherwise there's still like bits left of it, and then you're trying to rebuild something that you once had, rather than like just start again. I don't know, it's maybe, I don't know, that's just my feeling. But with the Romantic, the elementalist and the tower reverse, tower upright, it just says to me that there's clear, like, the romantic knows where he's going. He understands that. He understands that he's a romantic. He understands that he's presenting this dream. He understands that it's in its infancy. He recognizes, you know, whenever I see the knight of, you know, the knight upright, they've got more of an awareness than of their own sense of maturity than it would be the other way around. Like if it was reversed, I would say that they've got a better sense of themselves, or they would respect the fact that then they don't know it all. Do you know what I mean? And he's looking towards the shore, which is looking at and it's interesting, it's a boat, and then you've got this water with this meteorite, and it's also like this boat that's broken. So it's almost like restructuring and re-assimilating an idea of what you thought that you could do, and having the, you know, not being so stuck in ego that you can that you can have the tower, you know. So with the elementalist, you know, that's quite hard, but there is love here because it's upright. It's not dictatorial, it's actually just clear. And the Five of Lotuses to me is kind of like, you know, the initial, and it's interesting, we've got like this kind of shipwreck here, and then we've got that kind of shipwreck going on here. So that's the initial feeling. You know, you were kind of swept up in this idea of wanting something, but it actually didn't really have any basis, like any true kind of, it was kind of like being swept up rather than actually having a true spark. So this elementalist is kind of making things kind of happen and causing you to have some true stability, because this Nine of Lotuses with this commander, it doesn't seem to be correct. It actually could be more based on something that was an idealization, because I don't know, my own personal feeling with the commander reversed is like the devil reversed. So, and temptation reversed, like temptation. So the commander reversed is like, or the page, King of Pentacles reversed is like the devil upright. So I kind of feel that there's that, you know, trying to rely on materialism, really, or materialistic things to kind of get you forward. And with the Moon card here, it's almost like, how can you make sure that your emotions are catered to, but then also how can you make sure that you're not ruled by your emotions? Because, you know, being ruled by your emotions is not the thing that you want, really. You want to be aware of them, and you want to be, you know, but it isn't something that you want to be ruled by. And the Knight of Cups can be ruled by his emotions. He leads with his emotions. So how do we manage that? And I think it's almost like, you know, a lucky escape here. The Two of Birds as well is, I don't know, maybe this elementalist, maybe they didn't say anything. Maybe they didn't, you know, there was something that wasn't said. It almost feels like, you know, you went along for the ride. Somebody went along for the ride and then got swept up and then realised that none of it really worked out anyway. That's what it feels like. So, but there's a lesson to be learnt here. Anyway, I think I've jibber-jabbered enough today. I could go on. This reading's quite interesting. Just trying to think, is there anything else? No, that's it. It's just a learning, a real lesson learning, this one. But if you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Please do like, comment, share, all that good stuff. But otherwise, my darlings, take care. I'll speak to you soon. Have a good day. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye.